Austin Grace. I almost mispronounced my own name. Wow. This is Austin Grace, aka The Blade, aka Austin Dice, whatever you guys would like to call me. And this is 1 GBPS right here on YouTube. We are back in effect, baby. We're going to come back on YouTube here, and we're going to do our thing. And I got my camera set up on the laptop here, and this is the new studio setup, so I hope you guys like how it sounds, how it looks, all that. And we're going to get right into this 1 GBPS show. We're not going to sit here and ramble on forever. This 1 GBPS is going to be covering my switch from iPhone to Pixel. I've actually been using smartphones for a while, since like 2006, when I got my Nokia 9300, and then I went to Windows Mobile after that for a few years, and then I went to the iPhone 4 in 2010, and I was in and out of iPhone, but I used iPhone consistently for almost 9 years. There was a few breaks in between where I got an Android phone, and this year I was just so sick of how terrible the battery life was on my 8 Plus. No matter what I did, I only could get a day out of it, and I hardly use it sometimes. Maybe 2 days if I don't use it too much, but if I use it a lot, it's only going to get me a day. Whereas this Pixel 3a XL, I can get 2 days even if I use it a lot. But this isn't an iPhone bashing Android video, whatever you guys want to think it is. I'm just going to tell you guys my personal experiences with both OS and different things like that. So, as of right now, I really prefer Android because Android, it's just more customizable. The app sizes are much smaller, but I heard Apple fixed that in iOS 13, so we'll see about that. I like to have different sound events on my phone when things go off, and that's why I really enjoy Android, because I can do that. So, and in terms of accessibility, I really don't have much to complain about with this phone. The only issue that I've noticed is TalkBack is kind of jumpy in Chrome. I'm not sure if that's normal or not, but I just use Firefox for the moment until Google gets stuff straightened out. But and if the video buffers don't mind that, you guys, it's just how things are going. This is a live recording, so just don't worry about that. Anyway, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so that's my thing about Android. It's just more open, and you can do whatever you really want to do on it. And iOS is just so closed off, and I always had to transfer custom ringtones via iTunes, and it was just it was getting old. I was just sick of it. I was getting sick of iTunes getting in the way of me putting music on my phone, and people might be like, oh, well, there's Apple Music, I get that, but, if I want to transfer videos to my phone, I had to use iTunes, and it was just a nightmare. Android, I just copy and paste everything I need. iOS, I'm just going to say this, iOS is more for people who may not want to deal with technology a whole lot, if you will, or who might be a bit of a beginner in technology. I mean that with the utmost respect that I can. Because some people aren't just tech nerds like myself or other people, but I really do feel like iOS is better for them if they already don't have Android. And another thing, when people ask me switching from iOS to Android, they ask me about it, and I'm like, I just tell people, I say, listen, whatever phone platform you've used and works better for you is the best one for you, I really hate the whole Android versus iOS argument, but there's always been arguments, like, years ago, there was Windows versus JAWS, there was Windows versus Mac, I guess iPhone versus Android is the new, Apple versus Windows, because if you'll recall, back in 2007, 2008, it was fierce, man. Like, that Apple versus PC debate, boy, that was fierce way back when. It seemed to cool down a touch, but iPhone versus Android is just as hot as ever. But I love my Pixel 3a. So, everybody's wondering, how the heck do I use a Pixel 3a XL? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're going to stop the music here really fast. I'm actually going to attempt to demonstrate how I use my phone. Let's see. I'm probably going to have to slow the talk back down considerably. And I don't know what you guys are going to see, but I will do my best to work with this. So this is just... Okay, so let's see. Here. Nope. Wrong button. Let's see. I think it's down to the right. No. Whoops. Is it down to the right? Hold on. Down to the right. Hold on. Down. Man, I hate... Only thing I hate about TalkBack is its gestures. I'm not thrilled with it, but it's fine. I can live with it. Let me slow down. Let me try to slow this down really fast. Ugh. It's down and right. Down and right. Down and right. Is it TalkBack or text-to-speech? Dang. I can't remember where the rate is. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me try to find this for you. There we go. I think it was text-speech. 69%, speech 34%, speech rate, seat control, 24, home. Alright. So I'm not sure if you guys can see us on my camera, but this is my Pixel 3a. So, if you guys know what an Android phone looks like, I'm going to put my finger at the very top left of the screen here, and it should read me the clock. Let's see. 4:43 p.m. Ooh, almost 4:44. Nice. Messages, news, so if I go across the top, that's TalkBack reading the top, the notifications bar of the Android phone, how your notifications go across the top. And then if I bring my finger down, settings. I'm on my first home screen where I've got the settings and the clock and the calendar and things of that nature. And so basically what is happening, if you guys are wondering, TalkBack, it's built into the Android phone, and Samsung has voice assistant, and so TalkBack is a screen reader, so a blind person like myself, we can use an Android phone, and then if I go to the bottom, search. I've got I've got my home in the bottom on the middle, and then the back is to the left of that, and then I've actually figured out how to customize my dock and everything. So basically, how a blind person uses a phone is we flick from left to right across the screen because it moves the cursor, if you will. And then as opposed to single tapping, we have to double tap on something, because if we single tap the screen reader, that interprets it as we want to know what's under our finger. So we have to double tap something, and then there's a lot more gestures, but if you guys are interested, you can go look up TalkBack gestures or voiceover gestures, whatever you're interested in, because some people, they legitimately find it interesting, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's how a blind person uses a Pixel 3a XL, and if you guys are interested, I can demonstrate some of the apps that I personally use on a daily basis. I might still do that anyway, but I think it might be a fun video. And another thing I want to do is bring you live on the scene, if you will, from the Pixel 3a XL in a beautiful stereo, because the Pixel 3a XL can actually record in stereo by default, and that's something that the iPhone just cannot do. And for a while I've had to carry a digital recorder with me, but with this Pixel 3a XL, no longer needed. So this is just an awesome device, man. I love the Pixel 3a XL. Shout out to Google, and it's half of the price of the iPhone, if not more than half the price, so it's just awesome. So if you're a blind person like myself and you have experience with Android, or you're not, you're not scared of technology, I would totally recommend you to go get a Pixel 3a or 3a XL, whichever phone, is best for you. And of course, there's still Samsung and everything else, but I really think that this Pixel 3a XL is the way to go, if you ask me. Because, you just get updates right from Google, you don't have to wait for your OEM to give you an update, and it's just... And it has a bit better reception than my 8 Plus did, I feel like. because I can get Band 71 support from T-Mobile, which my A Plus did not have that capability on it. But one thing I'll give Apple is that their phones really keep their value. I'll say that about Apple. And they do update their phones up to 5 years, so that's, and Google does 3, so I'll give Apple the edge there. But as of right now, I'm on the Android team, and I love it. So, but if you don't like Android, then it's all good, man. Whatever technology works for you, I don't want to start a debate here, but I just want to do a quick demonstration of the Pixel 3a and tell you guys a little bit why I personally enjoy it. But of course, there are some cons to the Pixel 3a, like anything else. I wish like that could an SD slot. That'd be really nice, but 64 gigs memory isn't bad for a mid-range phone. That isn't bad. Man, I remember 16 gig iPhones, okay? So, 16 gig iPhones, those were the worst, and 8 gig iPhones. 8 gig iPhones were the worst. 16 wasn't much better, so I'm thankful we've evolved a bit. But anyway, guys, this is my video for you all, and I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope the Lord's blessing you all, and I hope you guys have an awesome 710. And those of you who know what 710 is, you know what's up, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But tomorrow's 7-Eleven. It's gonna be an awesome day. Love 7-Eleven for some reason, and the store's a pretty dope place. And oh yeah, go get your free Slurpee tomorrow, folks. PSA from the Blade. PSA from Austin Dice here. Go get your I think it's a small Slurpee. Don't quote me. It's either a small or a medium. So yeah, Slurpee at 7-Eleven tomorrow. That sounds like fun. I think I'm gonna go do that myself. But anyway, guys, this has been 1GBPS, and we're just getting started right here on YouTube. I don't know. I might see about changing the name of this channel, or I'm not quite sure yet. But the channel might say Austin Grace, but we're gonna call this The Blade, because that's what we do. So this has been 1GBPS right here on The Blade with Austin Grace. I hope you guys have an awesome day today, and I will see you guys later on down the road. Probably within the next few days here, hoping to get some more Rocket League gameplay going on. That's a lot of fun. And quick note about the GPD Win 2, that's been sold as well. So yeah, no more GPD videos. Basically, long and the short of it, fan noise got to be too much for me. It was even kind of slow when web browsing. So after a year, I'm burnt out on the GPD Win 2, so that's been sold. So yeah, it's a nice concept, but it's truly a niche product. The GPD Win 2 it's really a niche product. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get on out of here, and I will get you guys later on. Alright? Peace!